Kelvin, you're going to the Dodgers hosting the New York Yankees, who have been red hot. And actually, them and the Tigers have the same amount of losses. The Tigers have 2 more wins, have played 2 more games than the Yankees, but they're tied in the loss column, which is, what you look at when you're comparing teams, the loss column. But anyway, they play the Dodgers. First time since the World Series, right? The Dodgers won the World Series. Yankees lost. They hadn't met together in the World Series since 1981. It was great for baseball until the series started, and then it just didn't materialize. Dodgers wind up winning it. It could have been a great series, right? 6 or 7, had the Yankees held on to that 5-0 lead, but they disintegrated, lost that game, and ultimately lost the World Series. But I'm going to say this, Kelvin, as we are about a third of the way through the season, which is unbelievable, right? Like we're about to hit June. Almost a third of the way through.
I know. It's kind of crazy.
It is. And if you look at it, the Dodgers started the season with the signings and the money they spent in the offseason, and we thought they were going to be the Beatles. Am I right or wrong on that? Like they were supposed to be like, oh, my God, look at all the pitching they have. Look at their lineup. Look at what they did last year. How are you going to stop this juggernaut? And then as the Dodgers have had happen, injuries to their pitching. It's unbelievable. Remember, they didn't have pitching last year.
Unreal.
And now I'm looking at this team, and the Yankees have had injuries as well. They lost their ace, Garrett Cole, to start the season and to pitch at all this year.
Yep.
Stroman was hurt. A couple other people are hurt. Their rookie of the year pitcher, Luis Gil, he got hurt. He hasn't pitched all year, but somehow the Yankees are still there and playing really, really good baseball. When I look at these two teams, if I had to pick and say which team is going to return to the World Series a third of the way in, I'm picking the New York Yankees and not the Dodgers. So many things just haven't gone right. And history is against who, Kelvin? Is it against the Dodgers or the Yankees?
Well, crazily, it's against the Dodgers in baseball for sure.
Yeah, and I'm saying with all the things that have happened, all the things that have to get right itself, we're looking at Mookie Betts, who was sick. You remember to start the season?
Yep.
Kind of turned it around, but he hasn't been himself this year, has he? Not playing great. Playing all right. And the Dodgers, despite it, we had the number in the last 2 months. They have not played. They've played under 500 ball, which is incredible when you think of that lineup and what we were expecting. Whereas the Yankees have been unbelievable when you think no Giancarlo Stanton, who was unbelievable, right, in the postseason for them. Mm-hmm. They lost Juan Soto, right, who had a great year for the Yankees in the Bronx, correct?
Right.
And yet they haven't missed a beat because Aaron Judge is playing out of his mind. And they're going to start getting pieces back as well and pitchers back. That's why I would pick right now the Yankees over the Dodgers.
I mean, it's not a crazy pick, right now with the Yankees, what they're able to do. A couple of things to add to. I mean, they're playing some great baseball right now. Now, we know it's a long season. We're sitting here. It's, headed to be June here in a day or two. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games, right? They got a lot of good things going for them. And if another thing I would look at if I were them, I would say, man, look at our run differential. They're plus 113 right now. That's huge. You're looking at the Dodgers are at plus 65. So a lot of these Dodger games are obviously much closer. And the Dodgers, the last 10, are playing 500 baseball. But here's the scary part to me with the Dodgers. I think some of the guys who we've mentioned aren't even playing their best baseball yet, and yet they find themselves 34-22, right? A couple of games up on the Padres in the division. And looking to be prime real estate as the season goes by, and you start to get that pitching, and you start to get Mookie Betts feeling even better and playing even better, and you start to get Shohei, who is actually performing better right now than hitting-wise in last season at this pace, but
not production-wise, right?
Exactly, not production-wise because he's not getting that bottom of that lineup isn't getting on. So to me, as they start to get guys back, you got Edman back now. He's been back for about a week or so. As they get guys healthy, to me, they are the ones who say we have that mental edge on a team, on several teams, like the Padres, but also like the Yankees. And I think, to me, as they start to go back, last season was so big for the Dodgers because they were able to overcome things that have historically, hindered them, right? The injuries. Oh, man, starting pitching is bad. Well, they're not going to go anywhere. Well, they said starting pitching ain't great, but dang it, these bullpen games are going to get us some wins and some W's, and they did. You had guys start to exercise their demons in the postseason. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, who were terrible the year before. Freddie Freeman has an all-world, what an amazing postseason run. You saw Edman start to become one of their best players, so much so that they're able to get rid of CT3, who have been a staple for a decade. So I think they have goodwill, good mojo, and they feel like they've exercised some demons that as they move forward, get pieces back. I don't think they're scared of anybody. I think that for the first time since me being around this team, I think they actually kind of have a little swag in their walk, like a little, we're supposed to do this. Whereas previously I felt like we know we're a good team and we just really hope we can get it done. We really hope we can get it done. And now, shoot, a couple of rings since 2020, the way they do it, I was blown away at them finally talking smack and talking trash, and I think they have a something, a little edge to them that I had not seen with this team. But again, the Yankees are performing very well, and big shout out to Aaron Judge, who didn't take a step back after when Juan Soto left, who has proven that he's not just only a home run hitter, and he is hitting over 400, which is crazy right now. And so I credit him for not having a fall off, because you know this too, Rob. Sometime in sports, especially in NFL, you get a team that goes to the Super Bowl and loses, and we'll be right back next year. No, they won't. They barely make the postseason. And that happens in baseball at times too, where your team who was really good, got really deep, made a great playoff run, they don't bounce back.
The Texas Rangers didn't go to the World. They won the World Series 2 years ago. They didn't go last year to the playoffs.
Exactly, and it happened. So credit both teams for still being atop of their divisions and being the better teams in baseball so that they have a chance. And if you're the MLB, you're drooling. What I wouldn't do to get this lineup, this matchup again. You didn't get it since 1981. Now you had it last year. It was phenomenal. The whole postseason was great for MLB, and then the World Series was great too. And now if you could get it again, but I credit both teams for showing up again, and not, if you're the Yankees, you didn't flounder. We performed horribly. We lost Cole. We lost Soto, and you think maybe they could just,
and
lose
no
it.
Stanton all year, right?
No Stanton all year. They could have taken a step back. They haven't. And then again, the Dodgers for not resting on their laurels and saying, we won it, baby. We good, and falling off. But I'm going to give a slight edge to the Dodgers because I feel like there's a mental edge that they have. But again, both teams have been fantastic. But I'm going with the Dodgers for the last 6-7 years, the success that they had, including 2 World Series titles.
Here's the reason I think the Dodgers are in the toughest position as well.
That division?
That division. There you go. And I'm going to go there because you got 3 other teams that are good.
I get it.
Okay, so you're going to go through the gauntlet all year. This isn't a runaway. You might not win the division, right? That's possible. You might not win the division where coming into the year, right? Somebody, the Giants or Padres or somebody else could win the division. And then here's the other thing. So and then the Yankees, on the flip side, their division's not good. Like, their division's not good. And the Baltimore Orioles, who won 91 games last year, they're in last place. They're terrible. The whole thing fell apart. So they were like a rival for the Yankees, right, in the division. Yeah. They're not there. Boston started out pretty good. They've kind of middle of the road. Toronto, I'm just saying, the Yankees have a better road or path in the AL East. And here's the other one. I don't disagree
with that. Now that's why that's how I knew you were going there, because I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of looking at that and I said, you got a team in the Padres who are ticked off at the Dodgers.
Right, they had them beat last year.
Had them beat, and they've done that before. And so there's some animosity there. They want to get back. And then the Giants, who are performing admirably, not great, but they're putting up a solid season for them. And
because nobody was expecting anything from the Giants.
Yeah, and the the Cardinals, I'm sorry, not the Cardinals, but the Diamondbacks, the D-backs were playing better, and now they've kind of fallen off over the last 2-3 weeks because they were actually looking pretty solid themselves. And what the heck are the Colorado Rockies, by the way? 9-47?
Awful, I know, all the way. But that's how, if you got a division with 4 good teams, right, somebody's got to take the brunt of it, and it's the Rockies. Last thing, just Yankees pitching, and this is the thing, losing your ace, losing the Rookie of the Year and all that. You ready? Yeah. Yankees starting pitchers have posted a major league leading 2.70 ERA in their last 38 starts since April 14th. Here's the kicker, Kelvin, really. Allowing 1 or 0 earned runs in 20 of those 38 starts. In more than half, the starters have allowed 1 or 0 earned runs. That's an unbelievable number.
That sounds like the Dodgers pitchers a few years ago, but they were still losing. Remember?
Yeah, right.
They were pitching like, man, I'm giving up maybe 2 runs, and we keep taking L's. Right. Can't win. So no, but I told you, the winners are going to be me, you, and all our good listeners right now. If we get Yankees Dodgers again, come on, man. Pray to the baseball gods, Rob. You got a Hall of Fame vote. That means you got a bat phone to them, a little red phone you can pick up. Tell the baseball gods, make it happen again.
You know I can't do that. That would be great, though, for baseball. All right, let's